Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 23rd, 2024 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All the good things that YouTube likes. So, thank you so much for doing so. It helps me out tremendously. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Oh, goodness. Okay. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Okay. So we are crowned here. Oh, I love it. Oh. Okay, we're crowned with the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is happiness, it's joy, it's that kind of feeling. It's like when you've been through something that's really intense and then you get to have something really beautiful. That's how I see the 9 of Cups. It's like just something beautiful coming in. It's a wish being granted. It's like a cross your fingers wish. So it lets you know, hey, spirit is listening to me. Hey, I'm connected. It's a really nice thing. It's a really good thing. So being aware of that is going to be super important. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We're hardworking, we're disciplined, we're determined during this time. We're very detail oriented. So do be aware of that. This is like the best moon to really sit there and get the nitty gritty down. This full moon is in Scorpio. And so the thing with the full moon in Scorpio is that the full moon is the answer to the intention set in the new moon in Scorpio, which was 6 months ago. So look back. If you keep a diary, that's like a great tool to be able to look back and say, okay, what were my intentions? What did I want? If you keep a moon diary, I don't, but that's a really good idea that spirit just gave, to keep a moon diary and say on the new moon, like the intentions that you want, and then on the full moon, what is being spotlighted? What is what has come to fruition during this time? What do you feel within you that you're like, oh wow, this has been growth, or this has moved me forward, or I haven't seen things this way before? And this is going to be a full moon that helps us work, that is determined, that moves us forward in determination and focus, in insight. And so we're going to be very, very much a go-getter during this time, reiterated by the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is Earth sign energy: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius. If you're born on the cusp with Capricorn, if you have Earth sign energy in your chart, this comes through very, very powerfully. This is slow and steady wins the race. You could have been discouraged before. Usually when the Knight of Pentacles comes up, it's like, okay, how does spirit want to word this? It's like, okay, I thought I was failing, and now I see that it's a slow go. All right. It's a slow move forward, but these are my successes. This is how I'm moving forward. This is the energy that's changed around me. These are the financial things that have changed around me. This is money, or what you value as much as money, moving forward. It brings us then to the 9 of Swords. Just know that we tend to be a little bit of a nervous Nelly right now, and accepting that within us, but also knowing that when people look in at us, they don't see that we're worried about anything. They think, oh wow, you have it all under control, which can be the exact opposite of how we feel. But knowing like that kind of like fake it till you make it type of thing is working well for us, or just that we have the energy of Jupiter around us. As Sagittarius, we are ruled by Jupiter. So people see us as this person here, as this person engraved on the bed, carved on the bed of success, of prosperity. She's all decked out, she's moving forward, celebrated. People see us kind of as the 9 of Cups, like you have everything that you could ever wish for. What are you worried about? And they might not know the inner struggles, or they might not remember our struggles. So just being aware of this during this time, that we can feel a little bit frustrated, even though we're doing really well, that we have had hard times, that we have had setbacks, and we can be worried of, how am I going to move forward? Where am I going to be? How are things going to work out the way that I want them to? So just being aware of that is going to be a very important thing. With the 6 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles is saying things need to be in balance during this time. We can see with finances that we might have things be out of balance, or money, what we value as much as money, might be out of balance. There's something here that we need to look at and say, this needs to be in harmony, this needs to be in balance. I need to see the way to move this forward for me. With the Three of Wands, we are going to see that our ships are coming in, our ships are going out. A new horizon is opening to us. A new way of moving forward is opening to us. We are looking at things very differently, very powerfully, very beautifully for ourselves. With the Three of Wands, it's like, this is my passion, this is what I desire, and there's a new horizon. Like, there's a way to move forward. It brings us then to the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is, we have a tendency to look at things a very certain way. We're going to start to change that idea. We're going to start to look at things differently. And as we look at things differently, Spirit is saying, that's the road I want you to go down. That's the way that I want you to move forward. So you're looking at it differently. And I want you to keep on investigating. I want you to keep on moving forward in this energy, in this way, in this idea. So something's going to come forward that's like, oh, I can do this, and oh, I can do that, and oh, what about this? So it's going to keep us on a path that we think, that's quite different than what I thought I was going to do or how I thought things were going to move forward. So being aware of that is going to be very powerful for us. But it is going to be something here where we might think, am I on the wrong path? Because I thought it was supposed to be like this. I thought I was supposed to be looking at this. I thought it was supposed to be, XYZ. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a rain cloud in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday. So good luck to everyone, and hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when that video comes up. So here we have Radiant Reverse. We need to let ourselves shine, which for one reason or another can be hard. We might be, kind of discouraging with our gifts, with our talents. We could be saying, but it doesn't look like this, or somebody mocked it, or, people didn't understand. And this is going to be a time, Sagittarius, where we're looking at things, especially if we have Scorpio in our chart or born on the cusp with Scorpio, where we're going to find out that we gave our power to somebody else, but that our deeper insight is coming forward. Like, our connection with Spirit is going to be very, very strong. And it's like, why did I give my power away? Something's going to be highlighted, and it's going to be Spirit talking to us of like, why did I give my power away? And again, the closer we are to the Scorpio energy of this full moon, the more powerful, is that a word? The more profoundly, there we go, it's going to come forward. So just being aware of this is going to be very important. Let's see what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is Divine Wisdom Reverse. Know during this time, Divinity is talking to us. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. Spirit is talking to us. We're having a bit of difficulty listening. Why? Because it's going against what we think it should be. We have this idea of, oh, this is what success looks like, or this is what prosperity looks like, or this is what, happiness looks like. And innately, I'm wrong. For one reason or another, we're going to be discrediting ourselves. And Spirit is saying, why? Why are you not listening to your inner soul and your inner self? So just knowing that there's a blockage here with the soul star chakra, that we need to let that divine wisdom come forward and come into our lives. That is going to be very important. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. The 7 of Swords. These are lies. These are lies that we told ourselves. These are lies that others have told us, that we have believed. And we're going to see that the lies of others is going to come forward during this time. It's going to make us doubt ourselves. It's going to have us feeling overwhelmed. It's going to have us looking at things and saying, but I can't because somebody said this when I was 13 years old. Somebody said this when I was riding high and they shot me down, type of thing. And this is going to be for us a sense of, I'm no longer believing those lies. I'm no longer giving my power away. And that's going to be very important to us, Sagittarius. I'm no longer giving my power away. I'm embracing my blessings. I'm looking at what brings me joy. It doesn't have to follow what the media says should bring me joy. It doesn't have to follow what brings somebody else joy. This is my happiness. This is myself. I get to move forward. And I get to be moved forward being me. It's like honey. So I love honey. I think it is so absolutely delicious. But honey compared to sugar, it's not as sweet. It has a different taste to it. So it's going to be something a little bit more subtle. It's going to be something a little bit more gentle. But it's going to be something that we might have to acquire a taste for, but that that brings us a sense of like sweetness in our lives, sweetness and beauty in our lives. Now, with the Eight of Pentacles, this is hard work. This is discipline. This is dedication. This is determination. This is going to be a moon for us, Sagittarius, where we're looking at things and it's like, oh, but I can do that. Oh, but I got that. Oh, but I see how that all connects. And that is going to be a very powerful way that we move forward. And with the Knight of Pentacles, we are slowly and steadily moving forward towards our dreams. We don't mind the little fiddly work. Actually, we might find that we're very drawn to things that are very intricate, that take a lot of our time, that call for patience, that call for, you know, a keener eye towards things. We do have the Jupiter energy to us. There's a blessing that has been laid over us from birth. And that's just a joy of being a Sagittarius or having Sagittarius in your chart, no matter where Sagittarius energy falls. So when we're having a hard time, our low can be other people's high. So they might not get it at all. Or we're surrounded by people who are going through their own trauma, their own drama, and they're saying, well, it's not as bad as I have it. And it's like, well, okay, that's one way of seeing it, but it's different. It's different than you have had it. And this is a time where we look at the fears that we have had. And a lot of it is going to be around money or around what we value as much as money. There's even a sense here that I'll never succeed. I'll never be able to be what it is that I want to be. That's part of the fear that we have, even if it's completely unfounded. That's going to be an energy that moves forward with the Nine of Swords. It's worry for the sake of worry. It's like anything I can fret over. And I'll fret over the fact that I have nothing to fret over because that means the next shoe is going to drop, when I least expect it. Type of thing. So show yourself grace when it comes to worry, when it comes to doubt, when it comes to fear, when it comes to questioning yourself. But this is something that can rob your sleep. And that's what we have to be mindful of. Because when it starts to rob our sleep, it robs us of charging our batteries. It robs us of charging ourselves. And then it makes it easier for the worry to come in. It makes it easier to the fear to come in. Because also, just remember, stepping into oblivion, stepping into sleep, unconsciousness is a scary thing. A lot of people take sleep aids. So, and that's the reason why, right? Stepping into being unconscious is scary. So here we can also have that sense of, well, bad things happen at night, right? We are naturally afraid as sight hunters, as sight creatures of darkness because we can't see. So when it comes to the nighttime, it could be like, okay, I just have to stay up through the night. I can sleep during the day because nothing bad's going to happen, even though, bad things can happen at day as well as night. Showing ourselves some grace here, showing ourselves some kindness, saying, oh, that makes sense. Okay, how do I calm myself? Is it through meditation? Is it through, aids from, a doctor, from, herbs? What is it that I need to do to stop the worry or to be aware of the worry? Because the repeat of the number 9 is a very human number. 9 is a very human number. And we can be having a bit of difficulty with the humanity of it all, with just simply saying it's human to worry. It's human to be afraid. It's human to be overwhelmed. And I show myself grace. And it's coming back into balance with our prosperity, with our success, with our bounty, with ourselves as we were when we were children. It can be healing from past traumas, past hurts, past pains, past disappointments. And it's starting to see, I don't need other people to give me permission to be successful, to be powerful, to be profitable in my own life, to be who it is that I need to be. So we can also be coming into balance with our inner child self, but also with past fears and pains that we have grown up with. And the sense of there's always going to be an imbalance. There's always going to be a sense of you're not enough, or you're being judged, or you have to be handed whatever. And that's going to be something that we're starting to come to terms with during this time. And as we come to terms with this, and as we start to see a liberation of ourselves, we start to see the doors opening. We start to see new horizons. We start to say, this is my fire. This is my passion. This is how I'm moving forward in me. This is what I want for me. And our ships come in and our ships go out. We say, this is who I am. This is what I desire for my life. This is what I deserve from existence. And we take a different road. The Three of Cups. And I always see this as like the Three of Cups reversed. These are people who couldn't celebrate us, who wouldn't celebrate us, who didn't understand us, who were supposed to protect us, who we gave power to for one reason or another. And it could just be that we were little and they were adults, or, we thought that they knew more than us. They were experts and we weren't. But it wound up that their expert opinion, or, whatever it is that gave them that power that we thought, oh, they know and I don't, wasn't right. And so we're healing from saying, you have that power, I don't. And now we're starting to embrace a path we didn't think we could walk. We're starting to come into a healing we didn't think we could have. And as that opens up the door for us, we're like, I get to celebrate me. I get to come to the table. I get to, invite others. I get to live in a place of joy. And for those who don't show up, who don't want to show up, that's fine. That's not my problem. My problem is celebrating me. My focus is celebrating me and not worrying anymore. Because life, it will happen along the way. It always does. And as much as we fret, we cannot change it. And that is a very hard thing to learn and to know, especially when we're thrown punches or we're thrown, curveballs along the way that make us overwhelmed or that have us doubting ourselves. Now, our subconscious spirit message is nature. We need to get out in nature. That's going to be very important, but we also need to embrace our own nature, our own self, to let ourselves shine, to say, this is me, and to stop apologizing. There's a sense here with the 9 of Swords of, I'm sorry. Like, I need to worry about this because it's not measuring up. Let perfectionism go. It's easier said than done. And start to embrace your nature. Start to embrace who it is that you are. And as we do this, it moves us to our subconscious chakra message, which is communication. And this is communication reversed. So this is the throat chakra. This is having blockage in our throat chakra for one reason or another. So humming is a great way to activate the throat chakra. Chanting, singing, and activating the throat chakra also helps activate the thyroid, which is in our throat. And here with communication, know that we can be overwhelmed by the communication that we're experiencing, meaning that we can be overwhelmed by people. Like, we're not just picking up on what somebody's saying. We're picking up on the emotional energy of it all. We're picking up on the spiritual energy of it all. We're seeing what they're bringing from a fight that they came, that they had, that then they came and talked to us. And we're like, oh, what did I do wrong? We're internalizing a lot of things. And Spirit is saying, stop it. Stop it during this time, which again, easier said than done, especially if we're empathic, especially if we're highly sensitive people. However that is, and especially also since our world tends to really honor and celebrate extroverted people. So we can think, oh, I just have to be trying harder, being more extroverted, pushing, going out there more, but we're taking on too much. And I was listening to a shaman and he said, it's not something to be celebrated, that we can't kind of differentiate this energy. We have to be able to differentiate the energy and not let other people's emotions or feelings, bombard us and rip us down. So when communication is reversed, when we're picking up on too much, when we're overly feeling, we need to step into ourselves and we need to start to heal. And we also need to surround ourselves with the white light of spirit and say, I only can listen to, I only can receive what I need to receive right now. Like, I can only receive the conversation. I cannot take on everything else. And making a conscious effort to really listen to people, because we're picking up on so much else on what they're saying, than what they're saying. We're picking up on so many layers and we're making it our responsibility. It's not. It's not. Be very aware of this. And you can even say to a person, I feel like you're frustrated. Does it have anything to do with me? Which can be very affronting to people to be, addressed like that, like, what's going on here, and just being very open and honest. But here with communication, make it as simple and as plain as possible. And if you feel like there's more coming on, you can say that, or you can step back and say, okay, I understand that my psychic abilities might be coming through, my spiritual abilities might be coming through. I'm picking up on too much and I'm being too connected right now, and I need to step back. So having those boundaries within ourselves, that's also going to be super important. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. And this is the Princess of Wands, which makes sense with the communication energy that comes forward. We're represented by the wands in the minor arcana. So with the Princess of Wands, this can be that we're not connecting with our inner child. We do have that also coming through with the 6 of of Pentacles, where we can feel like we were always needed to be given something, given permission type of energy. So being aware of that is going to be important here. We need to connect with our inner child, and we can find that to be frustrating that we're having that difficulty. The Princess of Wands can also be that we might not be feeling well during this time. We can be stressed. We can be overwhelmed. I mean, we have the Nine of of Swords. We're definitely going to be stressed, and we can have a little bit of temper tantrums. We can have our temper being a little bit short, and we can have tantrums like little kids do. And this can be a time where we just need to say, okay, I'm going to be more sensitive, and I'll need to excuse myself at certain situations, and, and calm myself down and center myself first. Or I'm going to be very reactionary. Make sure I give myself time to react, or, take a beat, take a breath before I react to things. That's going to be important. Or say, you know what, I need a day to think about this instead of going with our instantaneous reaction, because we can be a little bit more responsive, like instantaneously responsive, instead of more thinking it through, gaining an understanding. It moves us to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is Taurus energy. The sun is in Taurus. Okay. And and Scorpio is its sister sign. So we have the Scorpio energy coming through here during this time, which actually brings out the best in us. This is us saying, these are my talents. This is how I'm grounded. This is what I'm building towards. Yes, I can be stubborn, but I'm going to utilize that stubbornness to see me become more successful and more successful and more powerful and more bountiful, and move forward in a way that just defies everybody's expectations. I'm moving towards my freedom. I'm moving towards my liberty of self, and I am embracing me, and I am letting my talents shine forward without apologizing for them. All right, Sagittarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this full moon and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. And have a blessed moon. Bye.